Oh. Ah.
Ah! Ah!
What's going on, Stock Car family? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video, as you see on the table here, we got a box in the mail. And we're gonna unbox this box that came in the mail. I'm gonna tell you who I got it from. So without further ado, let's get into it. We gotta ice this knee. So this box came from Jim Cunningham from Nomad Raceways. So if you recall, I sent back those two awesome scratch built cars he sent me to test on my track. So when I sent them back, he said he was sending me two other cars for me to test. Now what he didn't tell me is that these are gonna be two cars that I can keep. After he sent them out, he told me these are gonna be two fast cars that he sells on his website. That he's gonna allow me to keep, which is phenomenal, and I can't thank him enough. I'm not sure which ones they are just yet, but we'll take a look. As you can see here, oh man. I was looking on his site to see a little bit more about the cars that he offers. And already at first glance, through this bubble wrap, I'm excited. All right, we'll go with this guy first. Look at the thought that even goes in how he folded the tape. He folded the tape over on itself to give you little tabs to pull it off. That's awesome. It's the little things. It's the little things, you know? Nicely packed. Comes in this little sleeve that I guess he has hanging in his shop. But here is the car. There's the info right there. It's a Mazda. Awesome. The paintwork looks pretty cool. Stock Car Clubhouse.
You can crash at our place. I like it. I like it.
Central Arkansas. That's the club. Omni slot box decals on it. Very cool. I'm curious to see how these handle on my track. Let's see what the second one is. These seem like they're gonna be really quick. Again, this one looks pretty cool. This one looks more like a actual livery. I don't think this one is. It's more just a fun, cool livery. There's his card. Let's open this one. Get this out and see what we got here. There's the information there. His business card. Check him out, Omni Slot Box. If you go on his site, he has these cars and a lot others that you can choose from, along with obviously the Omni Slot Box. Oh, and look, there's a candy in there too. A little lifesaver. Wow. Thank you. I wonder if this one has one too. I didn't see it. Oh yeah, there is one in there. So these come with candy. Makes it even better. But yeah, these are nice and flexible bodies. They're going to be very hard to damage. Nice chassis here. I'm very curious. I can't even speak. That's how excited I am. I'm very curious to see how these get on around my track. So I think we should head over there and try these out. What do you think? Yes? No? Yes. Let's go. But before that, one quick thing about both these cars, and as you can see inside there is actually a nice interior. These are two different chassis. Well, I mean, at least the motor orientation. This is an angle winder, and this is a side winder with the motor right at the back. So they're going to be two totally different driving experiences, and as you can see, this one has much beefier rear tires opposed to this guy here. So these are both going to handle totally different. Let me know in the comments below which one you think will have the faster lap time. If I can keep them on track. This is the first time I've driven anything like this on my layout. So let's go make a disaster, shall we?
So the first one we're going to try here is the Audi. And right away, as soon as I leave the line, I can feel that this car wants to go. It has long legs with a lot of power. So it's going to take some learning. The back end is very loose. I already can tell. I'm constantly adjusting my controller with the sensitivity and the braking, trying to get in a comfortable zone with the car. But you already can see lap by lap I am pushing a little bit more, getting more and more confident in what this car can do. I think it was around halfway through the session, I did about 9 laps with this car, that I got comfortable with the controller and I started to really push as much as I could. But yeah, this was a fun experience, totally different than anything I've driven on this track so far. So cool stuff. Let's watch the remainder of these laps. Alrighty, so after 9 laps, we managed the best time of a 9.385. I would have liked to have that a little bit lower, but I mean, that's the benchmark for today. So let's see if the second car here, with the flames, can beat that time. I mean, it looks like it could, but let's find out. Alrighty, so from the initial acceleration there, I can feel this car has some speed about it. As I deslot there, I'm going to start a deslot counter in the corner here because I feel like I'm going to need it. But this car needs a totally different setting on the controller than what I had for the first one. So I'm doing that on the fly as I'm driving, but this car has pace. It actually handles okay. I mean, it is squirmy like the other one, but it just has much more speed, I feel like. Now, the reason I started the deslot counter is because I know I'm going to need it, and it's because I got a little bit too comfortable. I felt like I had the car down packed, and I started making a lot of mistakes like that one there. So that's 2, and that's 3. Yep, it's going to get a little bit worse, I'm not going to lie. Remember, we're only doing 10 laps here, so let's see how many attempts I deslot in 10 laps. There's number 4. As we continue on here, I'm trying to get some good lap times out of this car because I know it has the pace for it. But here comes number 5. So that's 5 deslots so far. And guess what? Here comes number 6. Boom, number 6. Well, that time it kind of got stuck, but we'll count it anyways. Coming around now. I mean, I am getting comfortable despite all the deslots. But yeah, the car... it's an experience. These cars are an experience. A lot different than driving my normal Carrera cars I drive around this track. And again, there, the car, I'm not going to count that one. Because that time it just got stuck sideways. It was still in the slot. But here's number 7, just to end things off.
So, it's safe to say I need a little bit more practice with these cars. Never driven anything like this on my track, but it was a good first experience. Now, this Mazda here was a good 2 seconds quicker than the Audi. I did a 7.3 with this guy here and a 9.3 with this one. The weight, I guess, right at the back, with the motor being right at the back, really helped, at least my driving style. I thought this one would be handling a little bit better with the wider tires. But I think the track, Jim even told me, he's like, we'll benefit from using the track honey. It just adds some extra grip. And I have a couple corners that could use that. So I think the track honey will help. So I'll try that out. In terms of the cars, they're very nice, very fun to drive, quick. Unfortunately on my track, the straights aren't long enough to really get the speed that they have out. So I want to bring this to my club track and give them a rip and see what they can do, because I just feel that there's a lot more speed in them, especially this guy. As soon as I put it down and launched off the line, I could feel there was instant speed there. This one too, but for whatever reason, this one just hooked up a lot better on my track. So I'll have to play around with these a bit more and get more practice, and maybe do a follow-up down the line once I get more comfortable driving these. Because again, me driving my typical Carreras or Scale Electrics around this track is a totally different experience. Driving the scratch build cars was one extreme, but this is a totally other extreme. These are quick. They, I think, have potential to be near the top or at the top of the leaderboard. So I'm gonna have some fun with these and continue playing with them. So again, thank you, Jim Cunningham. Again, he sent me these just to try out and to keep, which is amazing of him. So thanks again, Jim. I really appreciate it. Everything you've done to support me and the channel with helping me set up the Omni slot box, sending me your 2 scratch built cars, and now sending me these 2 awesome cars to keep. This is amazing. And if anyone is interested, I'll put the link in the description below where you can find these and more of the cars Jim offers on his website. Again, these are very, very awesome cars. So that's it. That's going to wrap up this video here, and I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. It really helps out the channel, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. This has been MP Slot Car. I'm Massimo. Keep your guide in the slot a little bit better than what I did today, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care. Ciao.